Robotech the game, Vanquish, is one of the masterpieces of this decade. And you might be asking yourself, well, Vanquish is a pretty well-known game. In fact, it won an award for Game of the Year from Classic Game Room in 2010.
Vanquish!
So it's not exactly an unknown game, and it should be pretty popular with the people, right? Well, as a matter of fact, the reality is that Vanquish is largely unknown. If you ask the average consumer, they've never heard of Vanquish, or they might have seen it on store shelves but ignored it. Which is a shame, because this is one of the most amazing products of this decade, as I said. And you can see, simply by playing this game, that the developers of this game put a lot of time, effort, and poured their souls into making this game good. This game was clearly influenced by animations such as Genesis Climber Mospida, in which the protagonists have power suits that make them capable of doing pretty much everything that even a top-notch athlete cannot do. What sets Vanquish aside from every other game is the little details. It takes place on a space colony, Providence, which is shaped like a cylinder. So once you're inside, you can see the population. If you look up, you will see the actual cylinder and the cities on the inside of it, which is reminiscent to the novel Rendezvous with Rama, which is one of the greater science fiction novels of our time. And if you look outside the colony, you will see that battles are taking place in space on battle carriers. And if you look around the colony, you can see that people are being blasted and smoke is rising in the distance, and it's just the little details that make this game a real treasure worth owning. Besides that, what other game allows you to live out your Robotech fantasies and don an electronic suit that makes you more powerful than the average human? So you can slide on your knees, jump around, and slow everything up to slow motion and blast the robots to Kingdom Come. And aside from that, Vanquish adds just the right amount of levity to the game. It has a few laughs here and there just to remind you that this is just a game, and it doesn't take itself so seriously, such as many other games of this time, adding just the right amount of humor at the right places. And that's pretty much how I can sum up Vanquish. Just the right amount of everything. So if you really want to have a great time and see what a game is capable of in an era of disposable thrills and products that just feel as precisely that, products and not actual professional, well-made games, Vanquish stands out among all the sea of just nonsense that you will find nowadays. It'll take you back to that time in which a game was really a challenge, but at the same time was something that you enjoyed. and something that made you happy. This is a love letter from the developers to all people who love giant robots and intergalactic battles, and Robotech fans such as myself, and people who just want to have a really good time and have a blast with an excellent game. You cannot go wrong with Vanquish.